2025 is here, and it's time to stop playing games. You've heard all the new year, new you hype, right? But let's be real. How did that work out for you last year? Goals left unmet, promises you didn't keep. It's happening to all of us. Now we can either keep making the same mistakes or we can level up for real. And in this video, I'm about to show you exactly how to reinvent yourself as a man using 5 simple systems that have actually worked for me. But before we get into it, if you're serious about making this your best year ever, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you. I'm going to talk about systems that turn goals into real results, even when motivation is low. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because one of these systems could be the game changer you've been waiting for. Don't just watch, I want you to transform. So here's the truth. Every year, people make promises to themselves, but only a few actually keep them. What's different this time? How will you make this year your year? We're going beyond the surface level advice. No more just set goals and hope for the best. No, we're talking about systems, things you can stick to even on your worst days. So let's dive in. System number 1, the fail log. We all hate failure, but here's the secret. It's the fastest way to grow. I used to hide from it and avoid anything that might make me feel like I was failing. But here's the truth. Failure isn't something you need to be scared of. It's actually your best teacher. Let me explain. So I created a system called the fail log. What does that mean? Simple. Every time I fail at something, I write it down. The first step is acknowledging it. If I fail at a social interaction, maybe I didn't approach a woman when I had the chance, or I fumbled in a conversation, I write that down. The second step is asking why. Why did I fail? Was I nervous? Did I lack the skills? Did I overthink it? The third part is critical. What will I do differently next time? By writing this down, I create a reference point for growth. This process doesn't just help me get better, it actually turns failure into something I look forward to. The more failures I collect in my log, the faster I'm growing. When I first started, I hated it. I was afraid of rejection, embarrassed by failures, but soon I started to realize every failure is a lesson. And the more I embraced it, the faster I improved. So here's an example. When I first started my business ventures, I lost money on several projects. It was painful, but I wrote down every detail. What went wrong? Was it a lack of planning? Was I too eager to scale before I had a solid foundation? And what could I do next time to avoid these same mistakes? I went from taking these failures personally to using them as data for improvement. That mindset change is what made all the difference in the long run. Now I want you to do the same. Think about one thing you failed at recently. I want you to drop it in the comments below. I want you to start your own fail log. When you look back at that, you'll see the patterns, the lessons, and even the growth. And if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe if you're ready to start embracing failure as the best teacher in your life. System 2, design a pain plan. Let's face it, life is painful, whether it's the struggle to get fit, the discomfort of talking to a woman, or the pressure of building something worthwhile. Pain is a part of growth, but here's the key. You have 2 options. You can run from the pain, or you can design a plan to face it head on. The choice is yours. Back in the day, I used to avoid discomfort at all costs. And guess what? It only held me back. I avoided cold showers because they sucked. I avoided talking to women because it made me feel insecure or nervous. I didn't take risks in my business because I feared failure. But then I realized if I could face pain head on, I could build an unshakable confidence that would give me an edge in all areas of my life. That's why I created a pain plan. It's simple. Every week you do one thing that forces you to feel pain, real pain. For me, it started with cold showers. I made it a non-negotiable to start my mornings with a cold shower. You'd be surprised how much it sets the tone for the rest of the day. I knew that if I could conquer that discomfort first thing in the morning, The rest of my day would be easy in comparison. The next step was social discomfort. I set a non-negotiable to approach one woman every day, even if it was just to say hello at the grocery store. Sounds simple, right? But man, let me tell you, every single time I did it, it was a little victory. And by the end of the month, I started seeing my confidence skyrocket. I know this might seem extreme, but here's the thing. When you face discomfort regularly, it stops being a big deal. So here's what I want you to do. Pick your pain and make it part of your routine. Whether it's a cold shower, a tough workout, or taking a risk you've been avoiding, design your pain plan. If you are serious about leveling up in 2025, drop a comment below and tell me what pain you're going to face this week. Let's hold each other accountable. System number 3, weekly non-negotiables. Goals are great, but they don't mean much if you don't break them down into actionable steps. Same with habits. They sound good in theory, but how do you actually turn them into something that sticks? The answer is weekly non-negotiables. Let me break this down. Here's the deal. If you only focus on your end goals, you'll burn out or lose motivation. That's why I stopped focusing on big goals like hitting 1 million YouTube subscribers. Instead, I created weekly non-negotiables. These are simple, achievable tasks that keep me moving forward no matter what. For example, I made a non-negotiable to upload 2 high-quality videos every week. That's it. No stressing about the big picture, no worrying about how long it'll take to hit 1 million subscribers. I just focused on making sure I got 2 videos out each week. And you know what? Consistency will pay off. It always does. I'll hit that 1 million subs in no time. The only way I won't is if I quit. It's that simple. Another example, dating. Instead of obsessing over getting a girlfriend, make it a non-negotiable to start one new conversation with a woman every day. Simple, achievable, and consistent. System number 4, create a quarterly war plan. You are here because you want to make a change. But here's the hard truth. If you try to do everything at once, you are going to fail. Most guys try to tackle all their goals at once, and guess what? They end up overwhelmed, unfocused, and burnt out. So what's the solution? The quarterly war plan. Let me break it down for you. The idea is simple. Divide the year into 4 quarters, 3 months at a time, and focus on one major area of your life per quarter. This allows you to focus intensely on one thing and get results that actually matter without spreading yourself too thin. I'm talking about measurable progress, real results that will snowball into success. Here's some examples on how you can break that down. Quarter 1, focus on your body. This is when you lock in on your fitness. Get your diet dialed in, following a strict workout program to make sure you're in the best shape by the summer. Quarter 2, your dating life takes center stage. This is when you're setting up your profile on dating apps, getting great photos, and focusing on going on 1 date per week. Quarter 3, this is your time to learn a new skill that will make you money. Take this quarter to dive into something that can help you build your business or side hustle. Maybe it's learning digital marketing or mastering a new craft. Pick a high value skill that pays off long term. Quarter 4, time to build the business. This is when you can go full throttle on business building. It's about leveraging on your confidence of everything you set up in the previous 3 quarters, fitness, dating, and skills, and pushing your new business to the next level. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to get jacked. You don't need to think about business or dating in that moment. Just focus on your gym, routine, your diet, and your recovery. Get your body to a place you are proud of by the end of quarter 1. By the time quarter 2 comes around, you are already looking great, so you're attracting the women you want. will be way easier. And when you hit quarter three, you're not stressed about your physical appearance because you've got that dialed in already. By the end of the year, you'll have 4 major areas of your life in a much better position, physically, socially, financially, and professionally. It's all about focusing your energy and making steady progress in one area at a time. You see, the biggest mistake I made in the past was trying to juggle everything at once. Every year I try to improve my fitness, business, and dating all at the same time, and it didn't work. But once I focused all my efforts in one area for 3 months, the results were insane. The key? Prioritize and simplify your goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with too many things at once. I want you to do something right now. Pull out your phone, grab a pen, and write down what each of your quarters looks like for this year. What's your focus for quarter one? Drop it in the comments below. Let's make sure this year isn't about setting goals, it's about achieving them. And if you're serious about crushing it this year, hit the subscribe. This is just the beginning. System 5. Eliminate your weakest link. All right. Now let's talk about something critical. A lot of people think the way to level up is by adding more to your life, more goals, more habits, more stuff. But the truth is, the best way to get ahead in life isn't by adding more, it's by eliminating your weakest link. Here's the concept every week you should ask yourself. One simple question. What is the biggest waste or distraction in my life right now? Is it your phone? Is it bad habits like staying up late, scrolling through social media? Maybe it's people around you who are keeping you stuck. Whatever it is, you need to ruthlessly eliminate it. Let me explain. I've learned this the hard way. Your life gets messy when you let distractions and inefficiencies take up your mental space. At one point, I was answering every single text and email as it came in. It felt like I was being productive, but it was draining my energy, pulling me away from more important tasks. Here's how I fixed it. I set aside 1 hour every night for emails and texts. That's it. No more random interruptions. During the day, I stayed laser focused on my most important tasks, creating content, working on my business, or taking care of my body. Eliminating those distractions meant I could focus on the things that actually moved the needle forward. Another thing I had to get rid of was my habit of planning all my YouTube videos into one day and filming them. It was rushed and stressful, so I eliminated that. Now I plan my videos one day in advance. The next day I can just show up and execute without wasting time figuring out what I'm doing. The real key here is focus. Once I started eliminating these time wasters, I freed up mental and physical space for the important stuff. I focused on the big tasks, those that would actually take my life to the next level. I even applied this to my fitness, for example. I used to think that doing cardio every day was necessary to lose weight. But after reviewing my routine, I realized it wasn't the most effective use of my time, so I eliminated it. That unnecessary distraction, I focused on my strength training and diet instead. The results? Far better progress in less time. If you are serious about reaching your goals, you need to ask yourself this question every single week. What's the one biggest waste in my life that if I removed would have the greatest impact on my progress? This is the secret to creating space for real growth. Right now, I want you to reflect on this. What's your weakest link? What's holding you back from reaching your potential? If you want more tips like this and are ready to step into the next level of your life, just hit the subscribe right now and remember your best year starts with eliminating what's slowing you down. If you're feeling fired up after these 5 systems, you need to check out the next video right here about 12 hidden signs you're becoming a top 1% man. Trust me, it's going to give you the unshakable confidence and clarity to power through the rest of your year. Click the link right here to watch that next. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I drop 2 new high impact videos every week, and I want to see you there. Until next time.